I mean, one thing is like, was there's one thing I always wanted to ask because there's a theory that Puba's style was taken by somebody. Do you know who that person was?
His style?
Like his way of being. People say Diddy took it. Was that true?
Well, Diddy did try to take a lot of the sauce from Puba. So Mary J. Blige is actually, she's like a prettier version of this girl called Asia that Puba had, right? Puba had this girl, like he was probably the first one to try to do some hip hop singing shit with a girl. So, and he was trying to shop her stuff, but see, Asia was a little younger. She was very dark skinned. She wasn't, and not that dark is ugly, but she just wasn't what you would call traditionally pretty. Like, you know what I mean? She didn't look,
the time.
Right, at the time. She didn't look commercially what somebody would think of as a commercial success, visual wise. But she could sing great, and the shit that Puba was recording with her and writing for her was dope. It was cutting edge. It was, nobody was really doing that type of shit. And so, yeah, when he was shopping his shit, Puffy was at MCA at the time, and Puffy was gonna fuck with it, but then he started doing, you know what I mean? He did some shit with Mary that was very suspiciously like that, and then in order to make Puba not really like, yo, you still, you know what I mean? He pulled him in, gave him some bread and all of that to do the 411 and all that type of shit. And I think Puba had already by this time stopped messing with the girl Asia because I think she still bugged out or something. But he definitely did try to steal like that shit right there. And so now, if you notice, like Puff would do, especially with Mary a lot, he would like take beats that, like the Sunshine beat, for instance. You know what I mean? And now Mary is on that. Like, you know what I mean? It seems like he would look to Puba, yes, for certain things, especially musically, and then kind of remix it and make it his own. Definitely.
How do you kind of deal with, because it's different. I know you said Action Bronson sounds like Ghost, but how do you deal with when that stealing comes from within the culture? Like people that look like you stealing his shit. How is that kind of relegated? How is that controlled? Does it matter?
Well, see, here's the thing. You brought me in and we did the debate. I don't know when it's going to be out or whatever. But
for those of you that don't know, Lord Jamar did a 5v1 debate.
6v1.
6v1. And he was the representative of old school. That's what he's referencing.
Right. Yeah. So, like I'm saying, this is the difference between the old school and the new school. Wait, what'd you just say? What was the difference?
So like obviously, like let's say a white rapper.
Oh, okay. What's the difference between taking it?
Like
okay. Now I remember what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
It's about standards. You see, in our day, we say no biting. No biting. So that means you can't copy somebody's style. You know how many motherfuckers just wanted to, once they heard Rakim, just sound like Rakim? like, oh, that's a perfect voice to emulate. No, once you heard it, you're like, damn, I wish I would have thought of that.
But there was biting, Lord Jamar.
Yes, and they weren't doing well.
Dana Dane, he bit
Hang
Slick.
on. Dana Dane was in the same group as Slick Rick,
that's
right?
Biting though, right?
Well, if
you're not from England.
Hang on.
So
I agree. Listen, but hang on. That's why I like Slick Rick better. But why Dana Dane was able to get over with it was because since they were in the same group, it's believed that that was a style that they had within their group. Whereas they talked about it amongst each other and they said, okay, this is how we are going to rap. Even though Rick is actually from England, we in this Kango crew are going to rap. That's going to be our little gimmick. We're going to rhyme with an English accent. Although Rick might be the one that inspired us to do that, right? So, but to me, I felt like, yes, Dana Dane, you're not from England. So that was kind of corny to me. And I love Dana Dane as a person. You know what I mean? I loved some of his records, Delancey Street, Nightmares, all of that type of shit. But it couldn't it paled in comparison to what Slick Rick was doing, because you knew that Slick Rick was the originator. Like, it felt more, that felt diluted. What Dana Dane was doing felt diluted compared to what the real shit was. So back to what you're saying, like, when somebody tries to steal from within the culture, when the culture has certain standards as a safeguard, those things aren't allowed to flourish. It's only when you take away the standards and be like, oh, biting doesn't matter. Like, sounding like the next guy, that's okay. Like, and that's where we are now. That many of the safeguards and the standards have been taken away because there is no term like no biting. That was a main term, and you're a sucker MC if you want to bite. Nobody wanted to be a sucker MC. Now they're all sucker MCs.
That term ain't even used no more. Sucker MCs.
Why not? And that's what I said also in the debate. Terms like sellout have been taken out the lexicon because they don't want you to be, because most people are sellouts, and they don't want you to be able to identify the bullshit that you're doing.
I just wonder, because it's like theoretical, like a capitalist society, how can you ever really maintain cultural standards? Because corporations ultimately, like you said with Oz, like they asked you if you would be around Adebisi when he has like these, these gay dudes. A lot of people that said yes because I want the money. I want more screen time. But when I can throw more money at you, I can put you in videos and all this stuff. Most people will fold, especially with the money that's in hip hop now.
Well, here's the thing: a lot of people don't even have the luxury of being asked. You see, some people, once you buy into the shit, once you're on the set, hey, get up in that scene right there, whether you think you should be in it or not. You see what I'm saying? Like. At least they in that situation, they allowed me to fall back on my standards and my morals. But many people don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
Your morals and standards mean nothing when it comes to certain corporate or capitalistic values. But this is not just something on capitalism. You see what I'm saying? This could happen in a socialist society or communist society. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not about capitalism per se. It's about
standards.
It all goes back to standards and what you stand for.